Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to another episode of the I Am podcast. My name is Jaazy, if we have not met yet. And today we're talking about something that has honestly been a reminder that I needed for myself, and that is to not give up on your dreams. I finished university, undergrad of college a year ago. I got my dream job. I've been working in my dream job. I'm growing, I'm learning, but somehow my dreams still feel so far away. Sorry if I've been squinting the whole time as well. It's so bright and my eyes are so sensitive, and the wall behind me is white, which is making it brighter, and it's just a lot for my eyes. I want to have a family one day. I want to travel the world with my husband. I want to thrive in relationships, but it seems impossible to meet someone. I want to have a growing brand, to create a community of women who love and support each other, to have an engaged community on social media, and to really see the fruit of hours and hours of editing and recording and all these things I've put into my pages. All these things that I want. I bet you have a lot of things that you want too, and hopefully you've taken the time to think about what those things are. But on the journey of getting them, on the journey of attaining them, it can feel so discouraging. It can feel like your dreams are too far away to be possible. As I started with saying, now I have my dream job and it's great, I'm learning, I'm growing, but there's still part of me that feels unsatisfied. There's still part of me that wants more. And so today, as we're talking about not giving up on your dreams, I also want you to remember what really matters, because at the end of the day, as human beings, we are always going to want more. You're going to get that dream job. You're going to get that dream social media opportunity. You're going to meet that dream person. You're going to have the life that you know that you deserve. But if your heart is rested inside of those things, then even if you do get them, you're still going to be unsatisfied. And also, if your heart is rested in those things, it will be impossible for you to be satisfied, impossible for you to have joy on the journey of getting them. There's this TikTok trend going around where people say, I almost forgot that this is the whole point. And the text overlay will be over a video of them with their family. It'll be over a video of them reading a book or just going on a walk in nature. And I think that we do this so often. We forget that the whole point is to be able to enjoy our lives. The hopes and the dreams that you have should not be connected to superficial things that will show the world around you that you are successful. No, that is not what your dream should be connected to. Your dream should be connected to things that make your heart come alive. I love to create. And so the reason why I would hope to grow is because I love doing it, and I do it so often that I love my content creation to become something, to become a community that can sustain my life and my lifestyle while also encouraging and becoming a safe space for others. You know, your dreams have to be connected to things that you would love to do otherwise, things that you enjoy doing on your day to day, because the joy is in the journey. It is not in the place that you end up. And I say that the joy is in the place you end up, not because you won't be happy when you get there, not because you won't be proud of yourself when you get there, but because quite literally you're still going to want more when you get there, and you will be so utterly heartbroken, so utterly disappointed if you're wasting all this time stopping yourself from being truly happy, hoping that when that thing changes, when you meet that person, when you get to this certain point in your relationship with God, that then you will feel satisfaction. And that is just not true. There's a reason why God says to cast every burden onto him, why Jesus says to lay everything at his feet, because there is never a point where we will be able to let everything go on our own. We're always holding on to things. We're always wanting more. No matter how much you heal, no matter how much money you make, no matter how perfect your life looks on social media, there's always more to want. And it's just so funny because we always want the things that we do not have. We always want something that seems unattainable. And it's a beautiful journey of getting those things. And that's the beauty of life. It's understanding that the way we are created, the way we exist, we will quite literally never be satisfied. And I want you to remember that this is not a bad thing. This is not a conversation of negativity about the way that we are as humans. This is not a conversation putting down our desire for more. No, this is an acknowledgement of the reality of how we work. I think it's beautiful that we have goals and dreams. I'm excited to achieve mine. I hope you're excited to achieve yours and that you stick around as we grow together towards those things. But it's in knowing that our joy cannot be found there. And so that is the first thing to understand when you're talking about the topic of not giving up on your dreams. If your joy, if your heart, if your happiness, if your excitement is only founded in the idea of attaining that thing, not in the journey of getting there. If the thing that you're trying to attain is completely disconnected from what you love, from what you enjoy doing, from your dreams, from your values, then maybe it's time to find a new goal. And secondly, when it comes to not giving up on your dreams, please remember that the microwave society that we live in is not reality. There is nothing that is truly valuable that happens quickly. Nothing. There are plants that grow, right? And maybe they sprout up really fast, but before they've sprouted up, they've been spending months, years, growing roots underneath the surface. Even people that you see have a quick blow up or a quick pop up, like some people, like a lot of times, even in the music industry, you'll hear people say, oh, they're an industry plant. When the reality is this person has been practicing, putting out music, singing for years and years and years. There is a growth period that has to happen. There is a slowness that comes on your growth journey. And I think we know this and we remind ourselves this and yeah, it takes time, whatever. We get that it takes time. But something else that I want you to be open to is that on this journey and as you're learning, as you're growing, as you're getting better, as you're slowly growing, things are taking time, all of that, remember that it's okay to shift. Sometimes you'll find that where you started is not where you are meant to end up. Where you started is actually just meant to be the doorway into a new explorative journey of yourself. The camera is overheating, so I have to cut this short. But really with those two things, with understanding that your joy cannot be in the destination and with being open to your direction changing, being open to finding new things that you love, being open to niching down, to changing industries, to changing trajectories, that will really allow you to just be in a state of flow, to go along with the journey, to be open to when things are going faster, to be open when things slow down, to be open to when you need a break and just to take a step back. That's what I've done the last few weeks, and it's been a blessing and amazing, and I feel a lot more energized coming back into creating. But you have to be open to the journey in order to do that. You have to trust that you taking a few weeks off isn't going to stop you from reaching the goal that you have. You have to know that your mental health, your physical health, your family is more important than that goal that you have. Your priorities need to be in order. You have to be present and you have to enjoy the journey. And by having this mindset, you'll realize that yes, there are still moments, there are still seasons where you need to lock in, be by yourself, close the door to your room and get it done. But at the end of the day, your joy is not in the destination. Your joy is in the journey, and you get to just experience it. And that in itself is a blessing. And having this mindset will give you a lot more endurance. You'll realize that it's not as tiring. It's not as draining. It's not as pursuing your goals doesn't deplete the life out of you. And you don't feel like giving up because you're enjoying the process. You don't feel like quitting because you're just happy that you get to be and do what you love. And it's just a beautiful place to be, and it's a hard place to stay. You really have to control your mind and be aware of yourself and what you need in certain areas. But I promise you, it will help you on your journey. And so don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. See how you need to reframe the way that you're seeing them, the way you need to reframe how you view your life, your accomplishments, the value of where you are right now, and realize that this process should be enjoyable. It should be fun, and you should not want to give up. If you need to pivot, pivot. If you need to take a step back, take a step back. But understand that life is to be valued, and the gifts that you've been given were made to help the people around you and to allow you to live life to the fullest, and they should be bringing you joy.